Every unit that goes into Amazon's fulfillment center must follow certain labeling and preparation guidelines. So if you're selling a product that falls into one of these categories, then you need to specially prepare and protect your products. For more information about product categories that require special preparation, please follow the link in the resource tab of this lecture. Now, for every other product category, the rules are simple. First, your products need to be packaged as a single unit, which means that in your product packaging should be the exact number of units that customer will get with each order of your product. So for example, if you want to give 3 units of your product in one order, then 3 units should be already in your product packaging. On the other hand, if you're selling only 1 unit per order, then in one product packaging box should be only 1 product unit. Now, product packaging has 2 main functions: to sell and to protect. Besides protecting your product, packaging needs to be safe enough to protect workers in the fulfillment center as well. So for example, let's say if you're selling a knife, the packaging must be safe so that it doesn't have any sharp edges which might injure workers while fulfilling your order. Next rule is that each unit that goes into Amazon Fulfillment Center must have a special label on the packaging. It's called the FNSKU label, and it looks something like this. FNSKU is Amazon's internal barcode system that they use to track each product unit in their fulfillment centers. It has a scannable barcode, description of the product, and the condition of the product. Now, this label is generated while creating an FBA inventory order in your Seller Central account. Now, you have 2 options. You can either let Amazon print and label your product with FNSKU labels for a small per unit fee, or you can do it manually by yourself. Now, I highly suggest that you do it by yourself because it will end up costing you much less, and also your inventory will be processed much faster when it arrives to Amazon FBA centers. Now, if you intend to sell your product only on Amazon through Amazon FBA program, then I highly suggest that you include this FNSKU label as a part of your package design, at the back side of your product packaging, like this seller did with their product. Now, some of you asked, what if I want to have both UPC and Amazon FNSKU label barcode on the same packaging? Well, the answer is that you can only have one of these visible, since according to Amazon FBA guidelines, each unit that arrives to Amazon Fulfillment Center can have only one scannable barcode. So for example, if you already have printed UPC barcode on your product packaging, you will need to cover it with FNSKU label additionally. So if you intend to sell your product only on Amazon, then you can print the FNSKU label directly on your product packaging as part of your packaging design. And like I said, you cannot have both UPC and FNSKU barcodes visible at the same time on your product packaging. Now, beside these barcodes, if you're importing your products to the United States, then you will have to print out the country of origin on the product packaging. So for example, if you're sourcing your products from China, then you will have to put Made in China on your product packaging. If you fail to do this, you might have some problems with customs when importing. So make sure that country of origin is visible on packaging of each product unit. Now also, another thing that you must have on your product packaging is the instruction text. Now this can be a simple how-to text with just a few sentences, but it really depends on the complexity of your product. So logically, if you sell something like, for example, makeup brush, then you can have how to use and how to clean the product on the product packaging. But of course, if you're selling something that is more complex, then you might have to put more detailed instructions. Now, since longer instructions probably won't fit onto the product packaging, you can print how-to instruction on a small paper and then put it in the product packaging itself. Now, if you're selling health supplements, then of course you need to have an ingredient list. This is something that your supplier should have in place already. Okay, so now at the very end of this lecture, let me tell you a simple trick on how to uncover what is exactly necessary to be included on a product packaging. So once you know exactly which type of product you're going to source, simply go to Amazon and then order similar product from several of your future competitors. Now this is because they are already selling through Amazon FBA and they have already included what is a must-have on a product packaging. So why not just copy them and see what exactly they have on their product packaging? Simply order their product and see what elements and type of text they're using. Now, of course, don't copy the exact text and wording. You just want to see which elements are included on a product packaging, so you can clearly see what you should have on your product packaging also. Okay, so that's it for now. Please let me know if you have any questions in the discussion tab of this lecture.